Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to go over with you the 9 most common symptoms of spiritual awakening. These are also known as ascension symptoms. So as our bodies ascend and as our vibration rises, various things can happen within the emotional body, the physical body, the mental body. And many times we're like, what is this? Why am I doing this? Why am I feeling this? Why am I seeing this? Those kinds of things. So just know that these symptoms very well may be the fact that you are rising in vibration and that it's not anything that you should worry about, but it's something actually very magical and very beautiful. So as I go through this list with you, think about yourself and see how many of these you're having. I'm very curious to know. So symptom number 1, ringing and buzzing in the ears. This ringing of the ears, this has to do with the frequency, these high frequencies coming in, light codes coming into the planet, and we're all receiving these. We're all getting this. The planet itself is getting this, and each human is. It's just we integrate this differently based on how sensitive we are. So for me, that ringing can start with kind of a hum almost, and it can also be more of a sharper tone that kind of makes you almost feel like you need to shut one eye because it can be a little bit uncomfortable. But when this happens, allow it in, because you very well may be getting an influx of light or having a spiritual download. And we'll go into that in another video. But yes, allow this to come in, embrace it, and yeah, just go with it. So, symptom number 2, fatigue. This is something I cannot say enough about. So many of my spiritual peeps, friends, family are experiencing this. And it's this kind of fatigue that's like, you wake up tired. You wake up just feeling exhausted, and you're like, I just slept for 10 hours and I am so tired. Well, your body, your physical body is having to catch up with all of this light that's coming in. There's so much of it coming in this year. And again, it's such a beautiful thing, guys. So anyway, the body has to acclimate. It has to catch up and recalibrate and balance. It has to balance. So that's many times what is happening. So during our sleep, we do a lot of healing, a lot of integration during our sleep. We also can go off and go other places during our sleep, which can also cause the fatigue. But mainly this is due to your body recalibrating. All right, symptom number 3, headaches, head pressure. Oh, I can't tell you how many people are asking me about this right now. Now, I am not one that generally has headaches, but for the people that do, they're really having headaches. For me, it comes in mainly as pressure right in that third eye, that pineal gland. And I'll feel this pressure and I will rub my head, rub my temples, to just relieve some of that. And for me, it's a thing that comes and goes, depending on what I'm doing, depending on what I'm teaching, what I'm talking about, what I'm embodying, what I'm listening to. So these sensations in the head mainly have to do with that crown chakra. Crown chakra opening up and expanding, and then that pineal gland doing the same thing, opening up and expanding. And these two chakras are beautiful in the way that they are the two chakras that are highest to source, so to speak, that are the highest up and very much connected to the spiritual realms. So be good to yourself as these things happen, but know that simple things like massage, heat, sometimes cold, can relieve this. And many times just knowing what it is can take the intensity away from it, okay? So headaches is a big one. Ascension symptom number 4. Okay, tingling and buzzing. This is one of my favorite ones. And you guys have heard me talk about this in other videos, but I cannot say enough that as our vibration rises, and we all are, believe it or not, we're all on our own little trajectory, our own little timeline of ascending, this tingling and buzzing can be such that you feel electrical. You feel like this electricity is just running through you. I can feel it up and down my spine, especially up and down the neck. I feel it big time in my hands. I work with energy daily, and man, can I feel it in the hands, the feet, running up and down the meridian system in the body, up and down the legs. So this tingling, this feeling like you're just buzzing and vibrating. Well, you are. You really are. So this is, like I said, it's one of my favorite ones because it's so tangible. It's so, you're like, oh, wow, that is energy. That is energy moving in my body. And that's my cells expanding. And all of this is only preparing you to open up even more, okay? Oh, just love it. Okay, so the next one, if you guys kind of see me looking off, I'm just making sure that I don't miss any of these because I want this list to be thorough for you. All right, so we are at the next one, number 5, disrupted sleep. How many of you are experiencing this? So, you know, I have very odd hours as far as what I sleep, how long I sleep, and I chalk it up to being an artist and a creative person, and I'm up at odd hours doing different things, and it may be meditation and such. But I'll just wake up, I'll just wake up, and it's like, well, I need to get up for a while. So it's very common to do this between the hours of 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., between 2 and 4. For me, many times it's around 3 o'clock, almost right on the nose. But this is an ascension symptom. And so it's just another way of your body and your mind recalibrating to all the energies that you're taking in. So this is something, though, that you can be aware of. If you've been wondering, why am I waking up every time, every night, like at the same time, almost to the letter? Ascension, spiritual awakening, okay? Number 6, the number 6 symptom, emotional waves. Intense emotional waves. Now, this can be joy, this can be exhilaration, this can be epiphanies, but it can also be just a very, very sad day for you. Just a day of releasing, you're purging, you're crying, and you're like, man, I am just a mess today. It's okay. It is absolutely okay. And it is a part of ascension because you're clearing. When you're releasing and letting go, and tears especially, are literally releasing toxins from your system. So don't ever be afraid to shed and let those tears fall. You're cleansing, you're clearing, you're releasing. So the waves of emotion, it can be one day just you are like running a marathon on top of the planet. And then the next day you may feel like you don't even want to get out of bed. These ups and downs are a normal part of the ascension process, okay? Number 7, heightened sensitivity to sound and light, okay? For me, this one is huge. I am incredibly sensitive anyway to artificial light and to noise. And so in my home, it's like, I can't really tolerate anything more than a 60-watt bulb. It's painful to me. It really does hurt my eyes and cause that pressure in my head. So this is our vision adjusting. This is, again, recalibration of your energy body. The noise part of it, I can hear. It's like my hearing is amped up in such a way that I can hear voices, I can hear animals, I can hear vehicles way, way down the road, just way off. And your hearing and vision can just become amplified during spiritual awakening. They are expanding. And listen, I've even heard of people, myself included, in which it's like, I don't feel like I'm seeing very well through my glasses. It's like, do I need new glasses? So I've even gone backward in my glasses prescription, meaning my vision has improved. I have literally put a pair of glasses away and got my old pair out. It's like, these are better. Your vision does change. So know that so many things like this that are going on in your body are, again, you're ascending, you're expanding, you are amping up. You're like a rocket. You're on this rocket of ascension, just blasting off and going through all of these bodily changes. Okay, so number 8, the 8th symptom. We only have one more after this, but the 8th one, digestive issues. Now, this can be many things, but as far as the most common things people experience are like gas in the gut, okay, stomach cramps, different routine as far as your bathroom routine, different things you're noticing with that, indigestion, different things, and you're like, my stomach is just more sensitive than it ever was. This is a big part of ascension, because as you embody this higher frequency, your physical body changes, and literally there can be some foods that you don't really tolerate anymore nearly as well. Really good friend of mine, she used to be the biggest meat eater you have ever seen. I mean, if there wasn't meat on the table, she wasn't having it. And so now, and she has really, really been on an ascension path, I'll tell you. Very little meat anymore, unless it's fish or chicken, something very light. Her whole digestive system has changed, and that's what it is. It is ascension. So just know that, it makes you think, am I coming down with something? What is this? Think about it. It very well may be ascension, especially if you've got some of these other symptoms. Okay, so the last symptom on our list, heart palpitations. Heart palpitations. Don't let this one scare you to death. Sorry about that. The heart, expanding that heart chakra. We are electromagnetic beings. That energy in the heart center. For me, it feels like I might lose my breath. Like I lose my breath, or just have trouble catching my breath. For a lot of people, it can be like really your heart speeding up and then kind of slowing down, or you feel like your heart maybe is skipping a beat. Well, a lot of adjustment has to happen in the body, but the heart chakra is adjusting to all of this influx, and it's also clearing. So these sensations can be felt in the heart as you're clearing as well. Yes, as you're clearing. So guys, that is a list of the 9 main symptoms. Now, there are many, many others that I'm going to talk about. I want to hear from you as far as what you're experiencing. If you have a question, I want you to ask me. This is what I do. This is what I teach, what I talk about. And I am here for you. I would love to have a like, a subscribe from you if you've enjoyed this content. So please do that for me. But again, I want to hear from you. So put a comment in, and I will be here for you around the corner and on this rocket on the next video.